Hello and welcome to Geonetric's live VitalSite demo webinar. Thanks for joining us today for this 30-minute session. You'll see best practices and examples of how leading organizations are using VitalSite to manage their website, support marketing campaigns, promote providers, and increase volume for their services. While we wait for people who are still signing in, I'll go over a few housekeeping items. Today's webinar is brought to you by Geonetric. We're a marketing agency and technology partner that helps healthcare organizations around the country generate marketing results. We offer a suite of services including website design and development, marketing campaigns, SEO, content development, and more. You can learn more by visiting our website, geonetric.com. Feel free to download our VitalSite brochure that showcases all the features and functionality of the platform. You can get your copy at geonetric.com/about-VitalSite. Brian Fentress will be your presenter today. And as a digital solutions director, Brian works every day with healthcare leaders on the selection and implementation of digital platforms that connect patients and care providers in new and innovative ways. With more than 13 years of experience helping health systems across the country drive large-scale digital initiatives, he's a trusted consultant with in-depth knowledge of both the healthcare and digital spaces. And with that said, here is Brian.
Thanks for joining today. I appreciate your interest in learning more about VitalSite. And so as I was thinking about putting this together today, I had a question that I wanted to start with. And it's kind of one that I think we all kind of trip us up from time to time. And it is, what is the most important factor in the design of a website? And when you're thinking about that, I guess you're probably a lot like me, maybe thinking, hey, it has to have that beautiful appearance, or maybe that cutting edge interactive experience. And yeah, if you're like me, you probably fell into that category. However, it is actually to make it easy to find what I want. And that is really what the important factor of the design of a website is. So the next question is do you think it's easy for people to find what they want on your website? And so when answering that question, I guess you probably have to answer another question. Well, where do they start on my website? And guess where the majority of traffic starts on a hospital website? Well, I looked at our clients' traffic, and we found out that the home page isn't necessarily as important as what we thought. In fact, as you look at services, providers and locations, and other pages, those make up a lot more of what is important to a consumer. In fact, 84%. And so as we talk today, and we have our attention focused in these areas, I want to talk specifically around services, campaigns, and providers, because those are the pages that I would consider being most important. And when you think about what about your homepage and why isn't your homepage important, it still is, but really we're saying Google is actually becoming more of your homepage than your website's homepage. And so with that, I want to talk about, since services, campaigns, and providers are such an integral part to helping healthcare consumers easily find what they want, I want to talk about services, campaigns, and providers, and our healthcare marketing tool that's called VitalSite that was specifically built for this. VitalSite is a single unified platform. It's got an intuitive administration interface, and also it's very sophisticated. So it allows you the ability to do quite a bit with your content authoring experience, but not have to know a whole lot. It's also built with healthcare specific functionality. And because Geonetric is only specific to healthcare, we really understand the type of healthcare specific functionality that it needs and the depth that really connect with your consumers. And of course, without leaving you hanging, of course, the reliable technical foundation is really very valuable as you're thinking about your solution. And just to go a little bit deeper, there's so many things that make up a hospital marketers content management system. And ours is specifically for healthcare, so it delivers the immediate competitive advantage. Things like just regular content management, things that you would just want to be able to do, like flexible page layouts or reusable content panels, which we're going to get in and talk about page content and panels as an opportunity. But also, as you look at just creating a form, do you have the ability to just create a form that you know you can count on, that's going to be HIPAA compliant, but will be able to use just for many different reasons. And when you're thinking about connecting with consumers, forms are an integral part of that. And then integration. You're going to need to have some integration that is going to be specific to your organization. Maybe you have a credentialing database, or maybe you have a call center. There's just a lot of things that have to be connected together seamlessly. And then the healthcare specific functionality, of course, the modules like the find a doctor provider, search and profiles, location, services, maybe even a baby photo gallery. There's going to be, or wait time indicator. There's going to be a lot of important features that you need. And you want to have built-in search engine optimization. So things like being able to control your heading, image tags, schema.org, that's just an automatically marking up without your need to adjust. And having that security and hosting. Of course, we care a lot and we invest a lot of time and effort into making sure that this all goes together for the healthcare marketer. So with that, I want to dig in and talk about these three areas, these service line pages and panels. To start out, really looking at service line pages and panels, you want to make sure that they're automatic and easy. So as you go in, there's going to be a lot of elements that are just going to have to be built in. But yet you want to be able to go in and make some changes, have control, and that it's easy to do. So I want to touch on those two areas as we start to look at service line pages. When you look at this example here, you can kind of see there are a couple of ways people might want to connect. And just to tell you a little bit of the backstory here, Sturdy Memorial Hospital is a smaller organization outside of Boston, about 20 miles away in Attleboro, Massachusetts. And of course, they have cancer care in their area, and they want to make sure that the people in their area know about that. When people search, they actually search on Google. And so for someone in Attleboro, they might say, hey, I'm looking for cancer care near me. So they'll most likely land on a service line page, not your home page. So this isn't Sturdy's homepage. This is their service line page that is specific to cancer. But maybe when they were searching for that cancer care near me, they actually wanted something else. And they didn't want to have to go back up to the top of the tree to that home page and then try to find the information that they were looking for. Remember, they wanted to make it easy to find. And so that's where you have other pieces of content on those pages that can really engage the users. In fact, Sturdy, in their site, we found after launching their site that 80% of the traffic to their service line pages came from organic search users. So when you start thinking about what is important on your service line pages, you can understand that connecting with folks right away really means that you need to have engaging content on those pages. So let's break a page down and just really look at some of the elements that are important when building out a page. Let's start with just, for starters, branding. Navigation, header, footer, social sharing. It's got to be mobile ready. Those are things that when you're building a page, they just better be there. The other things, maybe you want to be able to have them built in and easily managed. So things like titles, descriptions, page headers, even that lightweight code, because that's going to help. Schema markup, etc. Being able to have Whether it's something that is seen or unseen, it needs to be built in and manageable. So that's just for starters as we start to look at page elements. But let's take it in the next layer deep. When you're adding page content, you want to be able to have the ability to engage the users with engaging page content. And so things like photos and videos, tab containers, lots of important pieces like calls to actions, captions and banners, for example. And also behind the scenes, you want to have that editing control. So as you're thinking about permissions, who do you want to get involved in this? What kinds of versions? Maybe you want to go back and pull a previous version or see some of the changes that were made in the change notes, etc. There's going to be a lot of control elements just as you think about your page content. But with VitalSite, we don't just stop at the page content. We actually take it a step further to allow you to really engage, and that's through panels. Panels are really, if you like to think about it, it's kind of like page content. It actually is like mini pages. Anything you put on a page, you can put in a panel. And so as that list just continues on with photos, videos, tab containers, etc., you can kind of see there. The key is that they're easy to create. You can add them to a page or 2 pages, and they're efficient to update in one place. So you're thinking about this and going, okay, yeah, if I had a call to action panel that was across my site, I would like to be able to update that panel in one place, not have to go to all of the pages and make those updates. That's the beauty of VitalSite's panel technology. And so I want to go in and just kind of show you in VitalSite just how easy this is. As you're thinking about, maybe you're someone who's updating a heart page and you're maybe specific to heart services and you're a content contributor. You'll go ahead and be able to update a page in Heart. So I want to log in here, and as you log in, you'll see, let's say this is your site, you'll see these icons that allow you to basically surf your site. It's called Surf and Edit. And as you go in and click those, you can maybe edit a panel, you can edit page content. So as a heart services person, today we're gonna actually just go in and we'll surf to that page, heart and vascular care, and you can kind of see pretty easy to surf. You'll hit that heart services page, and there you go. You've got a listing of these icons there that are ready for you. You can see related news there as a panel, related events is already there, and you've got even related providers now that practice cardiology. But today, we're kind of missing a couple of things. We wanted to put a call to action in, and we also wanted to put in a banner and maybe even a video. So we'll go ahead and click in to that icon, and you'll go into the WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get. It's pretty easy. It's like working in Word. It's got your styles built in, headers, a lot of elements to really create good content, but not color outside the lines, if you will. And so you'll have that ability to do that. You can also go in and edit, copy, paste from Word. I like the undo button myself. And also be able to go in, add a link, remove a link, insert an image from your image library, as well as page and panel elements. So there's a lot you can do just in the WYSIWYG itself. But today I want to show you how easy it is to go ahead and add a panel. So let's go into the layout. And here we are. We're at, you can see kind of the overview of the flexibility here. You've got your master layout where it gives you all of those panels already pre-selected. These are the panel slots that allow you to place panels in. And so it gives you that layout that gives you kind of a good starting point. In this case, we're using that cardiology master layout. You've also got a page template that you'll select. So how you want to render that, what templates you want to use is another way to add that flexibility. And then you've got your panel selection. And so as you look at panels, you can create panels, and they go into a library, and then you search and use them across your site. So this gives you kind of an overview here of what a panel library might look like. You can also go in and search your master layouts. You'll have a section there where you can search a directory of master layouts, panels, pages as well, whether it's for whether they're published or archived. You can even go in and search for providers, location, services, etc. In this case, we're just going to go ahead and put that call to action in. So we're selecting that panel, and we'll go ahead and place it down in the right column. And we want to move that up above related news. So it's kind of front and center. And so we went ahead and did that. We'll move up and we'll select, we're going to add a banner as well. So you can do both these panels in just one move. I like that. So you go in, you select that heart banner, and now we've added 2 panels. We're going to go ahead and publish that. And it's really just that easy. We've added those panels in, and we're going to view what that looks like. So remember, we didn't have this panel up above the related news, and now we do. We've got this cardio clips. Bonnie Tyler has released a video all about cardiology, and it's totally clips of the heart. I don't know if I believe that, but you could schedule an appointment with Bonnie if you so desire, and it's got a great call to action there. We've added a video as well, and we added our banner. So now we're adding some content to this that's engaging, but not forget, we want to go back in and we want to update that video and add a video in. So that's pretty easy. What you do is you actually go ahead and grab your embed code. You'll copy that from your video, and you'll go back in, and you have the ability to go into the source code. Pretty easy. When you're just copying and pasting, you just find where you want to place that. I'm going to put it after the links here, and then I'll just go ahead and hit OK, and there you go. You've got your video. It's already in that content on the page. You can see what it looks like. Now let's go view the published page, and there you go. You've got your panels as well as your video. And so you can see that there's a lot going on here that we didn't get into today, but it's really easy to make those changes and update a page, a service line page. Let's talk next about campaign landing pages. And just as you're thinking about campaign landing pages, the 2 elements is to make them stand out is that they need to be targeted and they're specific. Just like service landing pages, except they're focused on conversions, which is the same, except they're more targeted and they're a specific message and offer, and it has to be timely. So just looking at landing pages a little bit more, the overview is there's a lot of different types of landing pages, and some that I think people don't even consider necessarily as landing pages. You've got squeeze, lead capture, click-through, long-form sales. There's just a lot of different reasons for the type of landing pages that you want to use, but maybe you aren't thinking of a 404 or about us or coming soon page as a landing page. So when you're thinking about what users are doing, you want to start to think about the value you have to be able to create all of these pages and make them effective. Even though there's a lot of different types, there's a lot of common elements. And as you can kind of see over here, the Holzer example with the campaign landing page, that they've got a lot of the common elements built right in. Minimal navigation, you've got that consistent branding, that white space that really draws you in, nice images. We don't have a video on this one, but it's a clear call to action in a short form. A lot of these things, and then the things behind the scenes that really make them effective. And so just kind of blowing that out a little bit, you know, they should include all of those elements. And wherever someone's coming from, it should be there. But also, it should be easy to create. And I find that a lot of people I talk to have a lot of hard time. They have to contact their agency. They have to spend a lot of effort. That's where VitalSite comes in and really helps you out. So I want to talk a little bit about how to create a campaign landing page for Heart. And so let's say we're going to log in, and we'll use the Site Navigator this time. Instead of using Surf and Edit, Site Navigator is great because you can just click right in, and you can just see the hierarchy. And so you know where those pages are, and you just navigate through. And today we're going to go to that heart and vascular care, and we want to place that page in that section. So we're going to go ahead and right click, and we'll hit new page. And then here's the beauty. You've got that master layout that it asks you for that master layout. So you can go in and you can add that layout that gives you a lot of those features, those panel slots already configured and ready to go. You'll name your page. We'll go ahead and do campaign here today. And if you want to just add additional page content, you can. In this case today, we're going to go ahead and just paste content in just to give you kind of an idea. You can do that too. We're really in a hurry today. And you can publish. There's some publishing options too, because sometimes you just don't have the time today. You want to publish it on a later date or archive it, and it gives you those options. But today, we're just ready. We're going to go ahead and publish it, and we'll see what that, oh, and it identifies that the search and findability, which is nice because it's saying, hey, you might want to update your page, HTML page title and meta description before you do this. So you have that opportunity, you just go ahead and do that. But today, we're kind of in a hurry, so we're just going to go ahead and view that published page, and there you go. You now have a branded heart campaign landing page with prominent call to action and the ability to track conversions in a relatively short amount of time. And so that is just what you're looking for. You're able to use master layouts, and you're able to use VitalSite to create that campaign landing page that gives you the support you need to be more efficient and effective. Easy enough, right? Well, let's wrap up here by talking about physician profiles. And really what you need them to be is, first of all, accurate, and second of all, robust. If you are building out robust physician profiles that aren't accurate, that wouldn't be very good. So let's talk about how the importance and how VitalSite comes in and helps you with making them accurate and robust. First of all, let's talk about accuracy. What you can do is maybe you'll have a physician database, maybe Echo, or you'll have a different kind of credentialing database that you'll want to use as your single source of truth. As long as those people are updating that information and it's accurate, you can use that database. Maybe you want to import that one time and then use VitalSite as your single source of truth. Or you can do it on a nightly import. So it just really makes it easy for you to get that accuracy and also be able to add additional content in addition to the content that comes from those databases, and really make those VitalSite provider profiles come to life. And that's where VitalSite does well. It does the best of both worlds. It brings that accuracy, but it allows you to have control to add that custom content in those profiles that doesn't get overwritten in a nightly import. So let's look at the robust profiles as well. You want to be able to connect to your physicians and engage them in meaningful ways. So if you're coming from a mobile device, you want to have those calls to action right up front and center, ready to go with the right information, whether they want to schedule an appointment or just maybe they're looking at in an iPad trying to get to know the physician a little bit better. And really not just say, hey, can this person take care of me, but are they the person I would choose? And so you can build those profiles out to include a lot of elements that really bring those physicians to life. Humanize them, if you will. Let's talk about some of those elements. The things that VitalSite brings to the table is the ability to add all of these elements. It's built in to the physician profiles so that you can easily showcase your physicians in a meaningful way. It's also got stars and ratings, other elements that really maybe you don't see, they're behind the scenes, or you do, but they're really important as you're thinking about bringing this all together and promoting them effectively. So the question is yeah, it has all that, but how easy is it to update? And so as we go into VitalSite here and we kind of wrap up with the provider profiles, I wanted to just show you what that's like going in and making a change to a provider profile, how easy it is, and just some of the things that really are built out. We're not necessarily touching on a lot of the other areas, but I thought this would be important as we're thinking about helping to connect the physicians. So what we'll do is we'll go use our surf and edit. We'll go back and use that. So we've logged into the site. We're going to surf to one of the physicians here, and we'll go ahead and see which one we want. We'll select Irene Campbell. We'll go ahead and click that, and we just want to update, maybe add a video. We'll add a video today and really update her profile. So you can kind of see that above here in those areas, you've got your general information. It's already information that's been thought through, that Geonetric knows the kind of information that consumers are going to be looking for in these profiles. So a lot of that is already built out, ready for you to be able to enter, and you have the ability to add additional custom content. So then looking at your images, you'll have an image library where you can go in and edit, remove, update your image. You can add files, and today we're going to add a video. It's super easy. You just grab your video path. You've got that video ready. You've been waiting to put this out forever, and now you can go ahead and paste that into your profile, hit publish, and view the published provider. It's great. So when you go down and you take a look at your profile information, in this case we have it tabbed out. We don't necessarily always recommend tabbing it, but just to showcase this in a demo site, you can kind of see locations there. All of that is already built out, and now we actually have that video. So you can see the media there popped up. That tab actually goes away when there isn't a video. And so some of the physicians will have videos or other content, and you don't necessarily want that to show for the ones that don't. So I'll just give you an example here of taking that out, going back, publishing that, and you can kind of view that provider there, and there you go. See, it's just that easy to go in and make those updates in a provider profile. Okay, there's a lot of things that we didn't cover here today, but I just wanted to make sure that you got the overview of updating those profiles. Okay, yeah, we can go back in as well, and we can update that search and findability. I wanted to call that out as well to just make sure you know that that doesn't just come with pages, that also comes with providers, locations, etc. So there's a lot of value there as you kind of think through all of those tabs. All right, so thank you for staying with us here today. It's a kind of a short demo today, but I appreciate your attention and just taking a look at some of these three areas that really do matter as you're thinking about connecting with consumers.
All right, thanks, Brian. Just a reminder to everyone that joined us today, you can download our About VitalSite brochure by heading to geonetric.com/about-VitalSite, just to give you kind of an overview of the things that we talked about today, and you can also print that off or share that with anyone else at your organization. And again, thanks everyone so much for attending today. If you did have any questions, you can reach out to us after today's broadcast by emailing hello@geonetric.com, and we will get your question answered and get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.